Final Fantasy XV was a game that was more ambitious than what was good for its health. The team had to build both a brand new engine and a massive brand new open world game. This new engine, which they aimed to exceed the company's previous proprietary engine named Crystal Tools, which was riddled with issues. Luminous Productions, the team formerly known as Business Division 2, is now its own subsidiary of Square Enix and is continuing to improve Luminous Engine for the team's next upcoming game, which is set to be a PlayStation 5 game. Square has built this company to have a laser focus on building their new proprietary technology. Just recently, they showed off a technical demonstration using the latest version of Luminous Engine to show off an astonishing amount of progress since we last seen the engine in action with Final Fantasy XV. This demo is quite a bit different than their previous demo, Agni's Philosophy, which featured lots of action, but rather this demo features a beautifully rendered young woman applying makeup in real time, which is pretty difficult to accomplish as it requires her facial textures being morphed in real time and to animate accurately and properly. This demo is full of things that traditionally have been difficult to do in real time being done here very well, such as very realistic tears you can see rolling down from her eyes and then pat it dry as not to ruin her makeup. At the end here, we even see her drawing the Luminous logo with her finger on the mirror. This demo was brought about from a partnership with Nvidia and has a huge emphasis on ray tracing. Nvidia says this next generation engine renders scenes almost exclusively using path tracing. This impressive scene was rendered on just a single Nvidia GeForce RTX 2080 Ti, which currently is a top-of-the-line graphics card pricing at around $1,200. While the PlayStation 5 definitely won't have a graphics card like this one, you can still probably expect some of the features that the development team is utilizing here to be utilized in their next game to some extent, namely ray tracing, as that's already confirmed to be utilized by the PlayStation 5. According to Nvidia, quote, "Visual realism improves greatly by using ray tracing, but by stepping up to path tracing, shadows, reflections, ambient occlusion, and diffuse global illumination lighting are all computed in a unified way, by tracing and bouncing millions of rays through a scene, instead of using separate algorithms. This delivers superior results where everything is rendered and updates in real time, in accordance with the action occurring on screen." The studio's new lead, Takeshi Aramaki, stated that the demo is, quote, "showcase demo of our work to answer the question, how can you use ray tracing in a next generation game?" Of course, Luminous Productions has been working on their new game after Final Fantasy XV for a while now, but the details are currently scattered. There's only a few things that we know for certain. The first is that it's going to be a next generation game, and that this tech demo is a precursor. The second thing is that before leaving, former director Hajime Tabata expressed a desire to keep the live service aspects of Final Fantasy XV, where the game received multiple free updates and paid through its lifecycle, being implemented into his next game. And lastly, but most importantly, former director Tabata before leaving said explicitly that the game that they're working on is absolutely not Final Fantasy XVI. So for anyone hoping, or perhaps even fearing that the Final Fantasy XV team would be at bat again, for now that concern remains dumbfounded, as it seems it will be an entirely different team handling the next proper mainline. As far as Hajime Tabata himself goes, his company, JP Games, is currently working on a new title, which revolves around the Paralympic Games, which will be held in Japan next year, 2020. So Ultima Weapons, are you excited for what this new tech demo could mean for the next game from this development team? Or are you just more curious to see what their next game will be? Subscribe, click the bell icon, and let me know in the comments below. And if you've been enjoying my content, be sure to check out the Patreon for the Night Sky Prince, like Summer Rain, who's done an awesome job at helping contribute to the success of the channel. Shout out to Summer and the rest of the Ultima community.